Good morning. Welcome to Speaking of Animals. I'm Amy Cartenuto from Flagler Humane Society. My amazing guest today is Dr. Morosco, a wonderful friend of the shelter, and you're with Flagler Animal Hospital, right, Dr. Morosco?
That's right. I've been with Flagler Animal Hospital for the past 3 years, but Flagler Animal Hospital and I go way back to the days of overnight emergency care as
Oh,
well.
yes, yes. And you volunteered at the shelter, and you've been such a wonderful friend, and help to the Humane Society. You have helped us with more animals than I can count. So we thank you, thank you, thank you.
Well, I can't thank you guys enough for what you do. You're a wonderful resource to this community, and your dedication to the animals is truly unmatched. So it's been my
Thank you.
pleasure.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, tell us about you. Like what made you decide to become Dr. Morosco, and what animals do you have at home? All that fun stuff.
Well, it all goes back to career day in third grade, believe it or
Third
not.
grade.
So back in the '90s, we made these dioramas out of shoe boxes, and this was when computers and clip art were first coming around. So there I was with my shoebox diorama of becoming a veterinarian, and it was that day that I decided that this is what I wanted to do. I
Oh,
grew up with cats and just love taking care of them, and sometimes the critters that they got a hold of
oh,
too.
geez.
And
Yeah.
so
You had to nurse them.
yes, those experiences made me want to do this for the rest of my life, and I wouldn't have it any other way.
You still have the shoebox by any chance?
I do. It's
Oh,
still in my
cool.
mom's basement, believe it or
Oh,
not.
cool. That's so sweet. I love that.
And as far as at home, right now we've got two dogs, two rescue dogs. One is from vet school down from St. Kitts. He came back from St. Kitts with me. And another is a rescue coonhound
Aw.
from Alabama.
Okay.
And then two kitty cats as well, two orange cats.
Perfect. Two and two. That's
Yes,
yeah.
it's
Look,
perfect
got your
even
little
mix.
arc there going. Well, that's awesome. Well, like I said, Dr. Morosco, you have helped us at the Humane Society, and part of what we all do is try to educate people to be better pet owners. So you and I were talking about the importance of vaccinating against rabies. Like, people just take it for granted that rabies is like, that's it's not, it doesn't exist anymore, but it does. I mean, third world countries see it all the time. There was a young man that passed away in Canada recently. I heard, like, rabies is still out there, so we have to be proactive on vaccines. So talk about that a little bit. I mean, people
Most
just don't,
definitely.
people need to think about these things.
They do. Rabies is not, eradicated or something that just doesn't exist. And our jobs, being in the veterinary industry and the animal care industry, part of the reason that we advise vaccinating is really to protect the humans. So it's not just about protecting your dogs and protecting your cats, it's about protecting your family as well.
Mm-hmm.
Like you mentioned, we've had some interesting and sad cases in the news recently. An 11-year-old boy passed away because a bat landed on him during his sleep and bit him. The bite was undetectable because bat bites are tiny, and he ended up passing away. So it's a real risk. People do die
Mm-hmm.
of rabies. Recently in Volusia County, they've just issued a 60-day rabies alert. This was
Yeah.
just a few days ago. An unvaccinated cat
Cats.
tested positive. And then you probably saw the story out of Polk County earlier this year. A stray cat went on a rampage
Bit.
and bit several people and a puppy, and later the cat passed away and did test positive for rabies. So that's why vaccination is the most important way to really treat and prevent. Rabies is one of those that it's nearly 100% fatal if contracted, but the vaccine is exceedingly good
Mm-hmm.
at preventing it. So
Yes.
not only is it the law, it's to keep your pets and your family safe.
Yeah. Yeah. Like you say, that's a Florida state law that dogs and cats be vaccinated for rabies. So, it's It's something people just have to do. And it's one of those vaccines, sometimes people talk about vaccines reactions, but really I don't think I've ever seen an animal have a vaccine reaction from a rabies shot. Have you?
It's pretty rare. It's similar to any of the vaccines. I don't tend to see reactions to that one more than any other vaccine. And typically, it's our standard allergic reaction. Maybe we have vomiting, facial swelling, hives. But as far as a serious reaction, it's exceedingly rare. The benefit of preventing rabies far outweighs the
Mm-hmm.
risk of any vaccine reaction.
By a ton, by a
By
ton.
a mile.
So, and it's the industry has made it more and more convenient for people, get the first vaccine that's good for a year, and then after that people can opt to get the 3-year vaccine, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. If that makes it, easier to do, most certainly. We have, of course, any of our wonderful animal hospitals in the area, as well as the Humane Society, as a amazing resource to get, these things done.
Yeah, we appreciate it. So, yeah, because like you say, rabies is one of those things where you if you wait till it's too late, then it's too late. There's
Exactly. If you're
no
seeing
coming back.
symptoms, you're
It's too late.
already too late. And people a lot of times have a misconception of symptoms as well. We think of, a rabid animal is foaming at the mouth and very
Mm-hmm.
aggressive, but sometimes the behavior changes can just be an unusually friendly animal. So that's why we've got to be cautious if
Mm-hmm.
you're encountering, wildlife. Don't interact with
Right.
wildlife that you don't know things about. If you think that your pet has been exposed or bitten, call your veterinarian, call animal control. There
Mm-hmm.
are some great resources out there if you're concerned about a potential exposure. And vaccine status changes everything though. When I
Yes.
get these calls, my pet maybe has been bitten by something or we're worried about rabies. If I see we're up to date on the
You're
vaccine,
not
that
worried.
is,
Yeah.
we're probably okay. So get the vaccine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Think about it in, other medicine areas. Like if you could just get a simple vaccine to vaccinate you against cancer or, it's a no brainer.
Yep.
Like do it,
It's
do
a
it.
no-brainer. Yeah.
The other thing we've talked about with vaccines recently, we did a show and talked about like panleukopenia and parvovirus. And again, it's just vaccinate. It's so simple.
So simple. Yeah. The parvo vaccine is extremely effective. Same thing with panleukopenia, which is kind of the cat form
Hmm.
of parvo, or people call it feline distemper as well. But get your puppy's vaccine series completed. Keep it boosted. Yeah, it's just a no-brainer.
Hmm.
Prevention is by far the best way to treat both of these viruses.
And like you said, like it's with puppies and with kittens, it's a series of vaccines. So what age, in shelter environment, it's a little bit different. We have to be a little bit more aggressive with our vaccines. We start them younger. We've actually started vaccinating. If a kitten or a puppy comes in, doesn't matter how old they are, teeny tiny, we'll vaccinate them, which isn't what you do in, private practice. But in a shelter environment, we're just like herd health,
Of course.
so we may be more aggressive. But what kind of protocol is ideal if somebody comes in and they've just bought a puppy or they've just gotten a kitten? What kind of schedule do you put them on for vaccines for the distemper 5-in-1 type vaccine?
Ideally, we're starting those around 8 weeks of age, but certainly safe, in the certain environments to do it earlier than that. But what I sometimes see people get into trouble with is they'll say, well, we've had, one vaccine, or I've got two of the parvo vaccines. That is not enough. It doesn't matter how many of those boosters you get. It's the age at which we finish boostering that vaccine, because we're trying to time the antibodies from mom with
Mm-hmm.
developing a complete immunity to that disease. So that's why it's important, whatever vaccine schedule your vet recommends, complete it.
Follow that.
It's just a no-brainer
Mm-hmm.
to do
Follow
it.
that. Follow
Yes,
that
follow
for
it.
sure. Well, we're going to talk some more with Dr. Morosco, and I'm going to introduce our other guest when we come back from this break. Welcome back to Speaking of Animals. So, our other guest today, besides Dr. Morosco, is Marlin. Marlin is almost 1 year old chinchilla. We don't see tons of chinchillas, but we do get, at the Humane Society, you never know what's going to come in. We've had everything from a poisonous centipede to you never know what's going to come in. So, but Marlin is friendly. Um, Chinchillas aren't big on being picked up and handled, but they're friendly and they like interaction. Milton, or I'm sorry, Marlin. I want to keep calling him Milton. I don't know why. Marlin. The cage that he's in is just a transport cage. So obviously, if you have a chinchilla or any critter like this, they deserve a lot more space than what you're seeing right now. This was just for the show. He had to get in a different house for the show. But they're, like I said, they can live to be almost as old as like 15. Hi. He's
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 putting on a
what
show.
you talking about me? But he's up for adoption at the Humane Society. The people that had him started experiencing allergies. They didn't think the allergies were necessarily because of him, but more for his bedding. They normally aren't on blankets like Marlon's on now. Again, that was just for coming up to the studio. But he's up for adoption. Come see him. Come see him. So now back with Dr. Morosco. Before we went to the break, we were talking about parvovirus and vaccines, and there's a relatively new treatment that is being used now for parvovirus, and it's been a game changer. You've used it a lot.
We have used it several times, and we've partnered on a couple, Humane Society
Mm-hmm.
cases that made a remarkable recovery. So it's come out in the last, I would say, 2 years or so, the monoclonal antibody for parvovirus. And from our experience, it certainly seems to be effective. We're keeping a lot of these puppies out of the hospital, or at least a decreased stay in the hospital. Some of them are really being treated as outpatients now. So, in years past with parvo puppies, sometimes they were hospitalized several days
Mm-hmm.
for intensive care, and still the outcome for them was, you know,
Not
kind of guarded. So the antibody treatment is a very exciting advancement for parvovirus. Not just for canine parvovirus too. I have been hearing some reports of using it for feline panleukopenia,
Mm-hmm.
which you wouldn't think that it would work. But we need something else for the cats with panleukopenia, because similar to dogs, it's really been a devastating disease for cats in the past.
Yes.
But from what I'm hearing, the results have been promising so far. So hopefully there is more on the horizon and more research to be
Mm-hmm.
done on using it in cats
Mm-hmm.
safely and effectively.
Yeah, it's just to see the difference in the amount of time that an animal suffers with either one of these issues is, like you say, puppies used to be hospitalized for days, many days, multiple
Yep.
days, which is costly, and also just the amount of suffering. Like these monoclonal antibodies have been just straight from heaven. Have you, in any of your time using them, have you ever seen anything negative? The little bit that we've used them, I've never seen anything that, like any argument against using them. I've never seen anything negative. It's been
I
all
really
wonderful.
haven't. Yeah, I have not observed any kind of adverse effects from it. So I think we should be using it, as much as possible, and just seeing, kind of how far we can push with
Mm-hmm.
this new technology and
Mm-hmm.
what other animals we can help with it.
I'm pretty sure it was one of your patients. We brought you a little puppy. This has probably been a year and a half ago now. He had a tag on with a Spider Man on
Oh
it.
yeah,
So
spider
we named him
puppy.
Spider Pup, and you guys got him better. And, once you got him out of the woods, then I took him home and we did 24-hour care. I think I took him home at night and did everything, and then y'all did it all. It was definitely, it took a village to save that puppy. He actually came into the shelter the other day with his family. He came in for nail trim clinic, and he's huge.
Oh, wow. How big is he now? He
he
was such
was,
a cute
he's
little
probably at
thing.
least 80 pounds.
Oh, wow. He's a
And he
big
was,
guy.
yeah, he was very, he didn't behave for his nail trim. He
Oh,
was just a
no.
hot mess, but it was like, it's like Spider Pup. It was so cool to
Oh,
see
that's
him. And
awesome.
yeah, just, again, thank you for, everything you did for him. So many lives saved that, because of your help. So, we're going to take another quick break. This went by super fast. So we got to take another break and then we'll be right back. Welcome back. So, Dr. Morosco, you have some, I consider it devastating news, but I guess for you it's good news. But what's going on?
It's very bittersweet. It's very bittersweet, but I will be leaving my post at Flagler Animal
No,
Hospital. I know in
no.
early August. I'll be going back to full-time emergency work in the
Oh,
Jacksonville area, but I'm sure that I'll still be around. You can't fully get rid of me, but I
wow.
may be around for some relief work
Cool.
as needed in the area. And of course, Flagler Animal Hospital, Flagler Humane Society will have my heart forever, so I won't be too far.
So you'll be around long enough though for people to come say goodbye and bring you presents and going away
Sure.
presents and everything, donuts, pizza, whatever.
Absolutely.
Oh, well, I'm so sad that you're leaving, but the fact that you'll be in emergency medicine, I know, like I just said, how many animals' lives are you going to save? Like that's you're going to do great. So Jacksonville is blessed to have you coming up there, and I know Flagler Animal Hospital has so many wonderful veterinarians. I know we'll be okay, but
Yes.
we will still miss you terribly.
I will miss you guys equally as much.
Well, thank you for doing the show. I want tell people how to reach Flagler Animal Hospital if they don't. Everybody should know where Flagler Animal Hospital is. I think that's one of the original hospitals in Flagler County. But just in case they don't know, where exactly is Flagler Animal Hospital?
Yes, we are on Old Kings Road, right behind the Winn-Dixie Plaza. And you're right, there are some fantastic veterinarians there. They're all wonderful. Interestingly enough, we are doing a promotion on dentals
Okay.
this month. So go to our website or check out the Flagler Animal Hospital Facebook page for more information because those things can get pricey. So
Yeah.
a little bit of a discount goes a long way.
Yeah. And with dental work, that's another one of those, an ounce of prevention, get the teeth cleaned so that you don't end up with more and more problems as a result of too much bacteria in the mouth and all that
Exactly.
yucky stuff, and get them better breath too
Yes,
as you go
that
at
too.
the same time. Oh, I have one quick thing I wanted to mention to everybody. We have elections coming up. August 18th is the primary, and then November is all the other election. And if anybody would like to work the polls, then you can sign up with the Flagler County Adopt a Precinct program, and if you work that day, your pay comes to the Humane Society if you want. You can allocate
Nice.
that to us. So you go through a training, and it's an interesting process to learn. So if you're interested, just go to the supervisor of elections. It's online. Their website is flaglerelections.gov. So check that out and see what if you'd like to be part of that. It's interesting, and it helps us if we have all the poll workers. We get well over $1,000 for one day's worth of everybody's work. Like if the
Wow.
whole precinct, like we adopted Flagler Beach. So if the Flagler Beach precinct is all our volunteers, we get a nice little gift from them. So
It's a
everybody
win-win.
sign up. So and meanwhile, come see Marlin, the chinchilla, and all the other animals up for adoption at the Humane Society. Open 7 days a week, and go tell Dr. Morosco goodbye and bring food. Right.
Sounds like a
Bring
good deal
food
to
for
me.
the whole staff. You guys, Flagler Animal Hospital not only has great doctors, but really amazing staff. Some of them, Patty, and some of them have been there for so long. They're
Yes.
just the best. We love everybody over there. So I'll bring you guys some donuts too.
Good deal.
All right, everybody. Thank you for listening. Take care. Have a great week.